Hey everybody, I'm Joe Killinger. I'm a real estate investor and entrepreneur, and we put these videos together every week to give you all the tips and insights from my experience over the last several years. So make sure you tune in and subscribe, and thank you. All right, so this week's video is about an often overlooked asset class that I hadn't really thought of, but it's been a hot one this year. Sam Zell, the Blackstone Group, they're all taking a look at it, investing in it, so I think it could be some good advice for you as well. So if you like what you hear today, please give us a subscribe, and obviously if you do like the video, let's have a like too. We'll take all those that we can get. The asset class I'm talking about is mobile home parks. It's, like I said, Sam Zell, the Blackstone Group, they're buying up these assets around the country. And there's a good number of them. Currently, there's about 45,000 mobile home parks around the U.S. And what's odd is about 90% of them are owned by mom and pops. Now, if you think about how a typical mom and pop operates, you know, they take the money, they don't tend to really be looking down the path, looking forward. And so they're taking the money and they could be doing upgrades that could really help them with their ROI. I mean, if you would go in and add extra laundry facilities, paved roads, places for children or pets to go play, you can add additional revenue. And so you've really got to, if you're going to be buying these, then you need to think about, okay, I've got this great asset that's generating good revenue, how can I make it great? And adding those amenities is something that's really going to be powerful for you. So, I mean, right now, Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company, is invested in Clayton Homes. And Clayton Homes is building these mobile homes just for these mobile home parks. And so you have the opportunity of, and you know what, another thing is they're setting up financing for them too. So that's something you want to check into, is what kind of financing they have. But it gives you the opportunity, if you're going to actually buy them and lease them out, to get a good rate. But, you know, one thing you have to keep in mind is most of these mobile home parks, you as the investor don't have to supply the mobile home. You can just supply the pad. And so there's a lot of opportunity here. And that's why these guys are taking a good hard look at it, because, you know, down the road, you know, what we're seeing is people are moving out of these urban areas and going into more rural areas, which is typically where a lot of these mobile home parks are. So I was talking to a guy that was in Westlake, California, and he is wanting to rent a mobile home, and he was going to pay $2,000 a month just for that one space. So there's a lot of money to be made there. That's essentially just for the dirt and utilities. So another thing, speaking of utilities, I was talking to another investor, and they simply they flipped out of it, is they bought a mobile home park, and the current owner was paying the utilities. Well, they ended up just simply going in and billing the tenants back the utilities. Increase our ROI incredibly. So things that you want to keep in mind. Now, how do you find a mobile home park? I would suggest you go out and find a good commercial broker that specializes in this. Okay? I think you're going to find that a lot of these are going to be off market. So I know that there's some on market. I've seen them on the market. But off market deals, you're going to have to find a good broker that specializes in the area and in this asset class. So I really think it's something you might want to take a look at. It's not for everybody, of course, but I think it's something that could work well for you. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in today. If you haven't done so, please give us a subscribe. I can't even say the word today. Subscribe. And if you could, give us a like if you like this video today. Thank you.